I was on a Disney show called Bizaardvark, and we had an incredible cast, which included acting legend Jake Paul. And we'd always talk about our futures, me and Jake. I'd say, I really want to create music that explores the complexities of girls my age. And he'd say, well, one day I really want to beat up old guys on Netflix. And we both did it. Hooray!
So Jake Paul, Olivia Rodrigo, these guys have some history. We'll get into it, guys. Let's talk about it. So I don't know if you guys have been following the headlines, but Olivia Rodrigo just took a shot at Jake Paul on live TV. Yeah, guys, this actually happened. And somehow Jake Paul might have turned it into a win, turned it into a positive. You have to understand, Jake Paul, he has that mental acuity. He's got mental toughness. He doesn't sour after somebody puts him down. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt Jake Paul. All right? So anyways, guys, I want to talk about this and what this all means. Welcome to Duality 7X. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm your host, Shiraz. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe and hit the notification so you guys never miss a beat. Let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about what's going on. Now, at first, you might be asking yourself, what does this even mean? Why do I even care? Well, I don't know if you guys are a fan of SNL, but it started off as a joke on Saturday Night Live. A quick laugh, went viral. Yeah, viral moments. And then you move on, right? Well, did Jake Paul move on? Because the joke was about Jake Paul, but Jake Paul responded. And that tells you a lot about where his career could be potentially headed. And I'm not talking about making an appearance on SNL. Mind you, that wouldn't be the worst idea. But honestly, it might matter more than the joke itself. So perhaps Olivia Rodrigo might have touched a nerve. She may have not, but Jake Paul knew how to respond, and he responded in a way that only Jake Paul knows how to be able to respond. So let me kind of, clear the table here, provide some context as to what went down. If you don't know, Olivia Rodrigo is a huge, huge pop star. She's a former Disney Channel actress, and she acted with Jake Paul. And she was hosting SNL last Saturday, and during her monologue, she actually brought up her former co-star, Jake Paul. Now, keep in mind, Olivia Rodrigo and Jake Paul actually worked together years ago on a production called Bizaardvark. All right, so there's definitely some history between these two talented people. And while she's hosting Saturday Night Live, Olivia Rodrigo, she joked that when they were younger, they both talked about their future goals. And so the crowd is just kind of like eating this up because they want to know, what is she talking about? Because she wanted to make music so she could connect with people. This was one of her future aspirations and goals. And she said, and Jake, well, she joked that he wanted to beat up old guys on Netflix. That is kind of funny. It was, that line kind of resonated with a lot of people, and it hit. That line hit because the crowd erupted in laughter, and so the joke delivered the way it was supposed to deliver. She wanted to talk about her future goals and aspirations of becoming a singer one day and connecting with people, and Jake was talking about how he wanted to beat up old guys on Netflix. Well, I'm pretty sure that wasn't his goal, his aspiration in life, but the crowd went berserk over it, and that joke landed because it's not just random. I mean, it's based on how some people perceive to see Jake Paul, and that has been kind of like the running joke for quite some time. And now, like, people, like, look, guys, let's be real, all right? I mean, this Jake Paul can fight, all right? I mean, he fought former UFC fighters. Yeah, he fought them past their prime. He fought a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, 2 years ago. I mean, that fight streamed on Netflix and it shattered, shattered viewership records. So, I mean, even though it's criticism, uh, I mean, it's look, it's part of a brand. Like you can't knock Jake Paul. You can't knock him. If you think if you think it's funny, if you think that's all this guy does is go after old people and beat them up, I mean that's not true. Uh, Jake Paul has been able to fight against guys who are willing to fight and wanting to make maybe an extra payday or a paycheck, so to speak. Yeah, they're a little past their prime, some of them, but not all of them. So this is where it gets a little interesting, right? Because Jake Paul, he didn't just clap back, because you would think that this would have turned into an aggressive return serve. He didn't get defensive. No, I mean he kind of leaned into it, to be honest, and he responded to Olivia Rodrigo by saying, you know what, we had the vision. I told you I'd sell stadiums out, and we both did. Proud of you. Not bad. Not bad. Touche. That very, very genius move. And because of instead of fighting the narrative and just obviously people expected a very aggressive defensive response from Jake Paul, he leaned into it and he used it. He used it as leverage for himself. And he said, hey, we had the vision about selling out stadiums. We both did. And yeah, congratulations to you. Congratulations to me, kind of a deal, because technically they did sell out stadiums. They have been selling out stadiums. And every time Jake Paul's name is in the limelight, he sells out. All right? People flock to his fights. So this isn't about Olivia. This isn't about what she said. This is really about the narrative. It's about the control. It's about controlling the narrative. And Jake Paul, he understands something that a lot of other, perhaps maybe fighters wouldn't. And that attention, that hype, I mean, that's golden, guys. That's currency. I talk about this all the time, every video. And whether people laugh at you, support you, hate you, like you, love you, it doesn't matter. The fact that they're watching matters. The fact that they're watching tells you that you're winning. All right? And this is not a page from Andrew Tate's Manosphere. This is serious, guys. Like, the more somebody talks about you, the more you're in the headlines, whether it's positive or negative, it's irrelevant. The fact that people are talking about you, that's half the hype. That's hype. That in itself is winning right there, guys. And I think that's a part that everyone's missing. That's a part that a lot of people don't really fully understand, but it adds to Jake Paul's vigor. And he might be slowly moving away from boxing as we know it, guys. Jake Paul, he had a couple surgeries. He had the broken jaw. His jaw was broken in two places. And look, Jake Paul's a tough dude. He's a tough dude. The way he was able to come out of that. Like, think about where he's at right now, okay? Look, he's 29 years old. He's 29. He just came off perhaps one of the most brutal losses of his boxing career, right? I mean, I just talked about his jaw being broken in a couple places. Anthony Joshua put on a boxing clinic for him, all right? And he's taken some time off. Jake Paul is a cruiserweight at best. He fought a heavyweight that night. And now he's talking about possibly moving into the MMA world, slowly kind of getting out of boxing and going into MMA. I don't know. But he's talking about promoting fights, and he really wants to build his brand, Most Valuable Promotions, MVP. Him and Akisa Bidarian, his promoter, they've been doing a lot behind the scenes. And he's even promoting a major event. Think about it, guys. Nobody's even talking about this. Ronda Rousey's fighting Gina Carano May 16th, guys. In 2 weeks. That's huge. Ronda Rousey's back and she's fighting on MVP's platform with Jake Paul, like on Jake Paul's platform. Like this is all going down. Meanwhile, people are debating Jake Paul's career. I mean, Jake, do you think he really gives a damn about what people think and say about him, talk about him? He's already pivoting, guys. He's a businessman. He's going from fighter to promoter and just like that. He doesn't need to fight anymore. He's made all the money. I mean, he's made a lot of money. I'm not going to say he's made all the money in the world, but he's made a sick ton of money. Let's be real, guys. Let's be honest. Jake Paul knows how to sell headlines, okay? The fight older legends era, I mean, that's starting to run out. I mean, I don't know if it'll ever run out, but if these old legends are just fighting any random dude, I don't think anybody would really care. But the fact that it was Jake Paul, people cared, right? I mean, we can only go back to that so many times. I mean, the Mike Tyson fight worked because of all the nostalgia, what it represented. But again, the hype, the marketing, who did that? Who brought that? Jake Paul brought it. MVP Promotions brought it. I mean, if it ain't broke, why fix it, right? But I mean, if you try to run it back every time again, and it doesn't hit the same, honestly, right? So Jake had some decision making to do. He has some choices, right? He fights legit competition, chases a belt, perhaps, but and risk losing everything, right? I mean, he built a business where he controls the narrative. When he's a fighter fighting for a belt, a different promoter's belt, a different sanctioning body, that's not, he doesn't have control. But I mean, I personally think he's chasing option number 2 because he's made the money. He knows the people. He's a celebrity. It's not from us, from our standpoint. It's like, wow, oh man, you could fight for the WBC belt. Oh wow, you could fight for the IBF, the WBO, the WBA. Wow, how cool would it be to have that belt? But he's seeing the bigger picture. See, the whole situation, in my opinion, shows something really deeper and bigger than the world of combat sports, right? Because there's lines in between. And if you guys catch my drift, we're talking about sports, entertainment, boxing, MMA, social media, combat sports, the hype, the business, the leverage, promoters, networks, everything. He could risk it all. He could lose it all by trying to fight again. I mean, yeah, I mean, Jake Paul's not just a fighter, he's an entrepreneur. And he's a really, really good businessman, okay? And moments like this, getting joked on, on SNL. I mean, the last time I heard somebody getting joked on was President Trump. He's currently the president of the United States. The news keeps Trump relevant, and so does it does it for Jake Paul too. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I personally think, like Olivia Rodrigo is amazing, okay? Such a talent. But her taking a shot at Paul at his expense, I mean, Jake didn't lose that exchange. I mean, he played it perfectly. He played it perfectly. Where people are searching his name over Olivia Rodrigo's name. It's his name that they're searching, Jake Paul SNL, even though it was Olivia who was on SNL. Look, this isn't always, the fight game doesn't always have to be about wins and losses, guys. I'm telling you, it has to do with attention, positioning, long-term control. What else? I mean, there was a time when fighters would get paid bonuses on how many butts were in the chairs in a stadium. But right now, doesn't matter. It's all about the advertisers' money. You could have 0 seats, but they'll still make money because of all the pay-per-view sales, all the pay-per-view, that goes on globally, that fight being aired in all the countries around the world. That's how you get paid, guys. It's not about putting butts in chairs anymore. You got to think different. Jake Paul sees it. He understands the fight game. He's been it, lived it, seen it, through it. and now he's thinking bigger. He's thinking like a promoter, like a businessman. So, anyways, I want to know what you guys think. Did you guys watch Olivia Rodrigo on SNL? Like, what do you think of Olivia Rodrigo? Do you think it was right for her to call him out like that and to kind of like make some jokes at his expense? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Or do you think Jake played it perfectly and didn't really give everyone the attention, or give her the attention that everyone was thinking was going to happen? Jake Paul has big events lined up, guys. We're going to be seeing Francis Ngannou. We're going to be seeing Nate Diaz. I mean, you got Gina Carano, Ronda Rousey happening on May 16th. Guys, the future is bright. The future is bright for Jake Paul, for his brother Logan Paul, who's a WWE superstar. Nikisa Bidarian, he just has to sit back and count the Benjamins, baby. But anyways, guys, I want to know what you guys think. Please put your thoughts and comments below. Smash the like and subscribe. Hit the notifications so you guys never miss a beat. And try to catch one of these two videos. Watch them both. They're both amazing. And as usual, guys, the pleasure was all mine. I can't wait for the next video, because wait till you see what I'm going to talk about next. We'll see you tomorrow.